A soft breeze swept over the Pride Lands as the sun rose, painting the sky with warm gold. It was a new morning, a new era, and at the top of Pride Rock stood Simba and Nala, the king and queen who had fought through darkness and reclaimed the throne meant to protect all life beneath the endless sky. The animals of the savanna gathered below, their eyes filled with hope, as, after years of scars, tyranny, and the fear that ruled the land, the Pride Lands were finally healing. Grass grew thick again, rivers shimmered with fresh life, and the herds returned from distant plains. Peace, once shattered, had been restored. Simba looked over the land, feeling both pride and responsibility settle in his heart. Too, he could still hear Mufasa's voice echoing in the wind, the lessons of courage, leadership, and balance, guiding him like a compass. Everything the light touches, he whispered, remembering the words that shaped him. Now, the light touched even more than before, because Simba and Nala had returned, not just to rule, but to rebuild. Nala stood beside him, her eyes glowing with quiet strength. She had been at heart of Simba's journey, the one who found him when he was lost, the one who reminded him who he truly was. And now, she was the queen who would help shape the future of the Pride Lands. Her presence brought balance, wisdom, and compassion, qualities the kingdom had long missed. Together, they began their reign with humility. Simba spent his days visiting the far corners of the savanna, checking the waterholes, listening to the herds, settling disputes between animals. He wanted every creature to know the king had returned, not to command, but to serve. Nala guided the lionesses, teaching them unity and strength. She brought stability where chaos once lived, kindness where fear once ruled. Timon and Pumbaa, now official members of the royal circle, brought humor and joy back to Pride Rock. Their laughter echoed through the caves every morning, a reminder that life, no matter how heavy, must always have room for lightness. Rafiki watched everything from his baobab tree, spirit calm, knowing the kingdom was in the right hands. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the hills, Simba and Nala walked down to the river. The water shimmered like molten gold. Simba paused as he saw his reflection, older, wiser, and carrying the weight of the kingdom. But beside him stood the lioness who had chosen him before he became king, before he became the lion he was destined to be. "You're thinking again," Nala said, nudging him gently. Simba smiled. "Just wondering if I'll be as good a king as my father." Nala touched her forehead to his. "You already are," she whispered. "Not because you follow him, but because you learned from him. And because you lead with your heart." Simba felt her words settle deep within him, healing wounds he didn't realize he still carried. Together, they stood in silence, watching the stars emerge one by one, the great kings of the past watching over them, guiding them. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into seasons. Life returned, stronger than before. The cubs of the pride grew healthy and fearless, chasing butterflies across the warm savanna. The herds roamed freely. The Pride Lands pulsed with harmony, each creature playing its part in the great circle of life. But peace did not make Simba complacent. He remembered the past too well. He watched over the kingdom with careful eyes, knowing that challenges always rise silently, slowly, from shadows or storms. But this time, he would not face them alone. He had Nala beside him. He had his pride. He had learned to trust himself. One night, as Simba and Nala sat at the edge of Pride Rock, the moon casting silver light across the land, Nala leaned close. "A new dawn is coming," she whispered. Simba nodded. "And we'll face it together, too." The wind carried their promise across the savanna, whispering through the trees, brushing the river, and lifting into the starlit sky, a vow of unity, love, and leadership. The Pride Lands were no longer a broken kingdom. They were alive, vibrant, and ready for the future. The reign of Simba and Nala had begun, and the circle of life shone brighter than ever.